All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. If you haven't seen it in the news already, Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes agrees to terms on restructured contract for record payday. Now, looking at that made me think, man, how much are other NFL players getting paid? Because I knew that Mahomes signed a deal back in 2020 to be the highest paid at the time, but obviously as time goes on, more money into more contracts because more money is being made by the NFL and stuff like that. So let's just take a quick look at what Patrick Mahomes is getting paid now. So if we just scroll down right here, Mahomes and Kansas City have agreed to terms on a restructured contract that pays $210 million between 2023 and 2026, the most in history over a 4-year span. A lot of money. The agreement could reach $218.1 million with escalators by the end of 2021. The $210.6 million is guaranteed over the next 4 years. So it's important to know a couple things here. Is for one, this right here, sides plan to revisit the deal again after 2026 season, effectively cutting the remaining years on the deal from 8 to 3. Reason being is Mahomes gets to stay at Chief, presumably, but still get paid a shit ton of money because Mahomes is a once-in-a-generational talent. Also, if you do the math and divide this by 4, you're looking at roughly $52.5 million per year, which is a shit ton of money. So now, let's look at some of the biggest contracts for 2023. Just a lot of money involved in this. So number one is Joe Burrow, $55 million per year. So I know that, it's not looking so hot right now for Joe Burrow 2 weeks in, but he's still a great quarterback. He's definitely worth the money. Keep it going. We got Justin Herbert at number 2. Let me actually zoom out a little bit. Yeah. All right. So Justin Herbert at number 2, which is how much again? $52.5 million right here. Definitely worth the money, I would say. So far, the top 2 worth the money. Number 3, Lamar Jackson, $52 million. Top 3, definitely worth the money. Elite quarterbacks, so far so good. And Patrick Mahomes obviously deserves to be up here. Looking at number 4, Jalen Hurts. Eagles are 2-0. Jalen Hurts looks great still. Definitely worth the money. So the top 5, because again, Patrick Mahomes is sliding in here. The top 5 are definitely worth the money thus far. Going into number 5 on the list, but really number 6, Russell Wilson, $49 million. This one's not looking worth the money. Oh, God. This one is looking a lot more rough. $49 million for Russell Wilson. Broncos are 0-2. It's not that he's bad. It's just that he's not elite or arguably good. His regression has been pretty gnarly. Kyler Murray, $46.1 million. Yeah, that's not looking good either. When Kyler Murray's healthy, he's solid, but I just don't know if he can take this team to the next level. And even then, they're 0-2 right now. They just lost to the Giants. Granted, this really is just a year where even I believe the fans understand that they're going to have to tank this season. The bookies, for example, DraftKings, has them at the highest odds, or I guess I should have to say lowest odds of winning the Super Bowl at like some crazy number. It's them and the Colts that have, or Texans that have really, or all 3 have really awful odds to win. Number 7 on the list, Deshaun Watson at $46 million. I mean, I'm recording this on Monday, so you guys are going to see this on Tuesday, so you'll know how he played against the Steelers. But even then, how he ended off last season wasn't too hot. How he played last week wasn't great. And there's so much controversy, obviously, to Deshaun Watson, but if we're talking about exclusively just his pay, he hasn't shown that he's worth it. Although I think most would expect that his play is probably going to pick up. Patrick Mahomes, obviously being higher on this list now. Josh Allen. So honestly, there's only been really 2 players. One player who's without a doubt not worth it in Russell Wilson. Kyler Murray hasn't, probably not worth this much money. And Deshaun Watson could be, but hasn't proved it thus far. But everyone else, again, Josh Allen, $43 million a year, worth it. Dak Prescott, $40 million a year, worth it. This one's not good. Daniel Jones at $40 million per year. You know, I've always said this, including last year. I don't think Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. I think right now he's in a solid system that is managing to work itself around into winning, you know, avoiding the losses like against the Cardinals. But he just doesn't have the it factor, doesn't have the best arm. You know, he has some mobility, but he just doesn't really excel at any one given thing. I don't think he's worth $40 million. Going further down, further down we got Matthew Stafford. Yes, Matthew Stafford delivered a Super Bowl, worth it. Even then, he's played really well. You know, a lot of fantasy owners are happy because he keeps feeding Puka. So, $40 million, worth it. Aaron Rodgers, no. Aaron Rodgers, $37.5 million. 4 plays in, 4 snaps in. He tears his Achilles. Not good. So, I mean, if he's healthy, he'd be worth it, obviously. But it's just an unfortunate situation all around, to be honest. Derek Carr, $37.5 million. I just don't think he's worth that much money. But quarterbacks obviously get paid so high out that ass. So, not surprising. Kirk Cousins, $35 million. Honestly, he's not playing bad at all. I mean, granted, the turnovers got to chill out, but I would say $35 million sounds about right. Nick Bosa, the highest paid non-quarterback at $34 million. The dude is getting paid a lot of fucking money. $34 million per year. Oh, God. What can you say? The dude's a beast. I mean, he's definitely worth it. Jared Goff, 17 on the list, $33.5 million. I would say he's worth it for sure, right? He's around that Kirk Cousins range, and you know he's a steady quarterback. AD Aaron Donald, definitely worth it. $31.6 million, definitely worth it. We know how disruptive he can be. Tyreek Hill at $30 million. I can't imagine how much Justin Jefferson's going to get paid. Are we looking at like $40 million, honestly? $40 million a year for Justin Jefferson once he gets his contract? Because young, insanely talented, insanely skilled, 4 seasons in, already has more yards all time than any Bears wide receiver. The dude is good. So Tyreek's getting paid $30 million. Honestly, if Tyreek were to sign a contract today, it'd be much more than $30 million. Honestly, he'd get north of 35 if you ask me. Because, granted his age though, I guess I'm not considering his age. But let's say he hypothetically signed a 1-year deal, it'd be north of 35 for sure. But yeah, $30 million for Tyreek Hill, 100% worth it. Dude is unreal. Ryan Tannehill at 29.5. I mean, because he's a quarterback, you know, he's going to get paid that, but he's just not that good. So, TJ Watt at 28 mil. Looking down right here. TJ Watt's 100% worth it. TJ Watt is 100% worth it. Dude, when he's healthy and he's playing, unreal shit, dude. These non-quarterback players really have to be elite to get paid this much money, though. Holy crap. Devontae Adams, 28 mil, 100% worth it. Devontae Adams is a certified elite receiver. Been doing it with and without Aaron Rodgers. So, I mean, you just know how good he is. Amazing route runner. Joey Bosa, when healthy, just like his brother, worth the money. 27 million. Again, though, keyword is when healthy. Unfortunately, with some of these defensive players, health is a concern. Going to the next one. You know, that makes me think, how much is Micah Parsons going to get paid when he has to, negotiate a contract? Because he's in his second year. Last year, he was a rookie. He's in his second year, I believe. Not third year. Pretty sure he's in his second year. I'm a Cowboy fan. I should know that. I'm going to say he's in his second year. But anyway, I wonder how much he's going to get paid. Because Joey Bosa, 27 mil. TJ Watt's 28. Aaron Donald's 31 or 32. Nick Bosa's 34. So Micah Parsons is going to get paid. Cooper Kupp, 26.7 million. If this dude was healthy much more often, health wasn't a concern, that number could be renegotiated and just significantly higher, it feels like, because 26 does not feel like enough for what a healthy Cooper Kupp could bring to the table. Moving up next, Geno Smith at 25 mil per year. Honestly, I think Geno's better than Ryan Tannehill. So I would say Geno's getting a little shorted and Ryan Tannehill's getting a bit overpaid. But solid for Geno Smith. AJ Brown, 25 mil. Honestly, AJ Brown's worth it. I mean, hopefully he can like diet down on a bit of the charm on the sideline. I know that was only one time it happened, but it's not a good look, and it adds to the stereotype that receivers are divas. So we'll see how that goes for the remainder of the year. But 25 mil per year for AJ Brown, 100% worth it. Myles Garrett seems like he's getting paid too little. 25 mil per year. Honestly, that feels like it's just too little, compared to the other players, that is. And the first left tackle, the first offensive lineman, 25 mil per year, Laramie Tunsil. He's been doing it for quite a while now. I don't know what his play's like. I don't follow the Texans enough, let alone their offensive line. So maybe he's playing up to his contract. To be honest with you, I'd be lying if I said I knew. If we're just going through all of these players, everyone seems to be worth the money, excluding like 4 or 5. Let's see, who are the people that aren't worth the money? Ryan Tannehill's now worth 29.5 mil, so that's 1. So far 1. Jared Goff's worth that, to be honest. Nick Bosa's definitely worth that. Honestly, Kirk Cousins is worth that. I'm not gonna lie. Derek Carr is probably getting paid a bit too much. I don't know if he's I genuinely don't know if he's better than Kirk Cousins. I don't know about that one. But that's an arguable one, right? You could argue Derek Carr, but it's not for sure. Aaron Rodgers is worth it if he's healthy. So far just 1. Matthew Stafford won him a Super Bowl. Definitely worth it. 2. Honestly, Daniel Jones is 2. Daniel Jones is not worth 40 fucking million. I don't care what anyone says. Hell no. Let's see. So far 2. Unless I missed 1. Deshaun Watson's arguably 3. If he continues his play the way he left it from last season, definitely he's 3. But, he didn't have any playing time or training camp. But did he have training camp last year? Not sure. Regardless, he didn't have any playing time for the first half of the season. He was going to be rusty. But arguably 3. But we'll keep it at 2 for now. Kyler Murray is probably 3, but again, that's also arguable because if he's healthy, he is a beast. I just don't know if he's enough to take a team all the way. But if he's healthy, he's definitely worth a lot of money. That's for damn sure. That's just a big question. That's arguable as well. Russell Wilson's definitely 3. He's not worth $49 million at all. That's probably the worst contract on here, to be honest. Which is unfortunate, because I actually like Russell Wilson. I think he's a nice guy. But those are your biggest NFL contracts for 2023. A lot of big names. A lot of deserving names. A lot of players who are getting overpaid. A lot of players who are getting underpaid. But ultimately, that is what they are getting paid. You can't change that for now. I mean, once their contract expires or if they renegotiate, that's a whole different discussion. But Patrick Mahomes, congratulations on your big raise. Not that you needed it because you're already paid out the ass with all these fucking endorsements. You're already getting paid 45 mil this year, so still a lot. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of some of these contracts. As a Cowboys fan, I'm worried we're going to have to pay CD, considering the receivers on here. Or we're going to have to pay Micah Parsons, considering the defensive ends on here. Oddly enough, there were no cornerbacks. No cornerbacks. Of course, no running backs because they get disrespected. Only 1 offensive lineman. No linebackers. I guess unless you consider TJ Watt an outside linebacker, but let's be honest, guys. He might as well be a defensive end. Believe the Steelers run a 3-4 anyway, so he's pretty much a defensive end. So, yeah. That's all there is to that. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. This is All We've Been Different. All We've Been Different. And we out.